Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Iridium Axel, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World Monster Analysis. Today, we'll be covering the Rathalos. I'll talk about strategies for fighting it and go in depth with its behavior, attacks, and weaknesses. So, without further ado, let's get started with preparation. The Rathalos spawns and sleeps in Area 16 of the ancient forest at the very top of the tree, but it will leave if you don't get there fast enough. Because of this, and just for the sake of convenience, I recommend you unlock the nearby camp before starting this fight. In addition, I highly recommend you eat before this quest and try for health and defense. You'll optimally want armor that has high fire resistance, or at very least not negative, because the Rathalos breathes fire a lot. Assuming you've done the quest to hunt the Odogaron, you'll have the Vitality Mantle, which, for future reference, you should just bring on all your quests, but especially the harder ones like this. As far as items go, bring healing items. I know it's implied, but any healing items you can spare are good to have on hand, even if you don't use them. Secondly, bring flash pods and flash bugs. The Rathalos is called the King of the Skies for a reason. It's because he loves flying. Sadly for him, when he's in the air, flash pods will knock him straight down to the ground where he is stuck for at least a few seconds. The flash bugs are only so that you can make more pods. The Rathalos has one or two attacks that can give you poison, and it is extremely annoying, so take it from someone that has learned from experience. Bring antidotes or herbal medicine. You might also consider bringing dung pods, as the Rathalos' queen, the Rathian, can and will randomly show up on this quest, if only to ruin your day. Bringing 2 large barrel bombs or 1 mega barrel bomb will be quite useful at either the beginning or end of the fight. These are important, but we'll get back to why in a little while. First, I want to switch gears and talk to you about the Rathalos' weaknesses. As far as elements, it's weakest to dragon at 3 stars, followed by thunder, so you may want to look into getting a nice Tobi-Kadachi weapon of your preference for this quest. No status effect is super effective against the Rathalos, but stun, paralysis, and sleep are all reasonably good. Blast and poison, however, not so much. The neck, body, and legs all have pretty high defense, but if you slice its legs up enough, it will eventually fall over. The weakest part of the Rathalos is its head, followed by the wings and tail, all of which are breakable. In fact, you can slice the tail clean off. The best time to do this is when the Rathalos is in the air. The best time to break its wings is when the Rathalos is knocked over, and the best time to break the head is pretty much any time the head is available for hitting. Now we can get to some strategical tips and behavioral stuff, and more importantly, why you're bringing explosives. You see, there is a large natural dam holding back a ton of water that will flush the Rathalos down to Area 11 if it's destroyed. As you may have guessed, you can use your bombs to destroy this dam and cause the Rathalos to be flushed. But the Rathalos can also destroy it on its own if you manage to bait the Rathalos into hitting the dam. If the dam breaks and the Rathalos is in the air, he won't get flushed, but as long as you still have some flash pods, you can knock him down before the water stops flowing. Once he falls all the way down to Area 11, he'll be stunned on the ground for quite some time, so you can really lay into him there. Once he gets up, he might fight for a little while, but he generally ends up flying to Area 5, where you have a better arena anyway. There is a Paratoad there, as well as a Flash Fly that you can take advantage of. Also, plenty of platforms to perform jump attacks off of. The Rathalos has a pretty large amount of different attacks, but in general, it's more deadly when it's in the air than when it's on the ground. So keeping it on the ground with Flash Pods and the like is definitely in your best interests. On the ground, the Rathalos can do short or long-range lunging attacks, a flaming or non-flaming bite attack that covers directly in front of it, and a little to either side depending on where you're standing usually. The Rathalos can also do a tail whip, but you're generally safe from this as long as you stay close by it and underneath its body. The Rathalos has a few ground-based fire attacks, one where it shoots a single fireball, one where it shoots 3, one straight, and one to each side on about 35 to 45 degree angles. And finally, a fire breath explosion-y type attack. This one isn't very long ranged, but it's best to just not be in front of it when it's using this attack. Sometimes when the Rathalos roars, it will immediately fly up and back while shooting a fireball. Because of this, it's not a good idea to stand by its face when it's roaring, or about to roar. If you're in this position and you see it rearing back to roar, move. Once it's in the air, it becomes a lot more annoying to deal with. Most of its attacks when it's in the air can hit you at any distance. The only one I can think of that isn't at any distance is a tail whip that it does in sort of a circular motion. This one you're safe from for the most part if you're directly under him, or far away. Sometimes it will dive bomb you, which on the downside does a lot of damage, but on the upside gets him on the ground. He has a couple more fire attacks while he's in the air, one where he shoots a single fireball with incredible precision, and he can shoot it just about anywhere in the arena. The other is a fire breath that covers about a half circle in front of him. He can poison you with the talons on his feet while he's in the air, but not his tail. And finally, as a grand end to this video, and possibly the most grand attack of the Rathalos, it will pick you up, fly around, and fling you to the ground below, sealing itself as truly your better. Whew, that was a lot of information, but it was everything you need to know about the Rathalos in Monster Hunter World. Here's an idea: make a drinking game where you take a shot for every time I said Rathalos in this video. Just kidding, don't do that. You would die of alcohol poisoning. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck and good hunting. I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.